So hello everyone, in this video we will talk about arrays in C programming. So before getting into the code, let's talk about what an array is. An array is a collection of elements of similar data types. This is the first thing. So every element of an array should be of the same data type, and each element of an array can be fetched by its index. So we can, if we know the index, we can fetch a particular element of the array. So now let's dive into the code. Let's write the basic C code template. So first we have include stdio.h, and then we will have include conio.h, Now our main function, which is the entry point of execution. So int main, and then return 0. Here our main function ends. Sorry. Now let's declare an array variable. So to declare an array variable, we need to mention the data type of the array variable first. Remember, an array is a collection of similar data types. So let's declare an integer array variable. So first the data type, which is the int, and then the variable name. Let me name the variable ARR, simple names. And then to make it an array variable, we will put two square brackets. So two square brackets, and then equal to the value of the variable. Let me give 1894. So our array variable now has 4 elements, 1, 8, 9 and 4, all are integers. So now we have declared this integer array variable. So now let's talk about indexing of an array. So an array follows zero-based indexing. It basically means that the first element of an array is at index 0, the second at index 1 and so on. So an array of n elements must have elements from index 0 to index n-1. So now let me show you this thing by fetching the 0th element of our array. So let me type printf to print the element. So %d, remember it is an integer array, and then name of our variable, which is ARR, and then the index which we want to access. So here 0. So ARR, two square brackets, inside that 0. This will give us the 0th index of the array. So now let us compile and run our code. So as you can see, we will print the 0th index of the array. So to do that, we will do it from the terminal. So g++, then arrays.cpp, which is the file name. I am using a cpp file. You can also use a C file, none of an issue. So -o, and then arrays.exe. This is the output file. So now let me extend the terminal. Wait. So let's run our code. Arrays.exe. So we have got our output as 1 as expected. So as you can see, in this array, the index 0 is 1, index 1 is 8, index 2 is 9, and index 3 is 4. So this array has 4 elements, and the indices it has are 0, 1, 2 and 3. So now let's talk about changing the value of an element of the array. Let's say we want to make the 0 indexed element of our array as 100. So for that, what we can do is access the 0th element for that ARR, and then of 0. So ARR, two square brackets inside that 0, equal to 100. So we have reassigned the 0th index as 100. So now let's save our code and run it. So let me recompile it. So we have recompiled it and then run it. So arrays.exe. So as you can see, we have got our output as 100. So we have successfully changed the 0th index from 1 to 100. So just as an exercise, let us print all the elements of the array. So we will use a for loop here. So let me code for int I equal to 0, I less than, we have 4 elements. So we will type for I less than 4, I plus plus, it's incrementing the value of I. So now we will printf %d, and then ARR of I. So this will print all the elements of the array one by one. So let us delete this statement here. So let's save it and run it. So let's compile, then run. Sorry, I forgot to put a space here. So let me put the space. Compile, run. As you can see, 100, 8, 9, 4. We have got all the elements. So we have got 100, 8, 9, 4. So first we had the array as 1, 8, 9, 4, the 4 elements. Then we changed the 0th element to, the 0 indexed element to 100. So 1 became 100, that place. And then now we are printing. So we have got 10894. So now let's talk about another way to declare an array. So as we, in this case, we have, initialize the array here itself, but we can use a different approach as well. Let me show you that. So for that, here we will not initialize the array. We will just declare it. So int arr, and we will just say 4. So we will have 4 elements in our array. And it will be garbage values, any random values the compiler will throw in it. But in this case, we have ARR of 0 equal to 100. Let me put other values as well. ARR of 1, let me give it 5. Sorry, 5. ARR of 2 equal to 8. ARR of 3 equal to 70. Okay, so let us have 5 elements instead of 4 elements. So ARR of 4, let it be 98. So now we have 5 elements, and let's print all the elements again. So we will have 5, I less than equal to 5, I less than 5. Let's again compile and run it. Compiled, then run. So as you can see, we have got 105, 8, 70 and 98, the elements of our array. At last, I would request to share the video and subscribe the channel. And please comment on what videos you want next. Thanks for watching.